Welcome, Transformers fans. I've decided to break up my San Diego Comic-Con War Dawn video into two parts. First one was unboxing and review. This one will be kind of a review while I transform them. So, without further ado, here I'm going to be transforming San Diego Comic-Con War Dawn 2-pack, Erial, and Dion. First, we'll start with Erial. We'll set Dion to the back. Erial is the fourth or fifth reuse / retool of the RC mold, depending on how you look at it. So she is getting a little, I wouldn't say worn, but I'm sure she's going to have some mold issues. But it is pretty heavy retool. It looks a lot different than I had the G2 Cyber bike nearby, and I compared the two. And there is quite a bit of retooling. Besides her head and ponytail. I'm going to keep bringing up ponytail. But this transformation is always interesting because of how she just kind of flips around. I find it neat. I don't know about anyone else. But, yeah. And her ponytail fell off, but that just holds in by a 5mm peg, so that won't. I'm doing this backwards. I always start that backwards. Her legs go over her shoulders, and the arms come back around the side. Like so. This piece here needs to come up, and that needs to fold forward so her legs can go further forward. That's going to fit over the top there, forming the gas can. These parts here can come back, forming the I'm not sure what you would call this, if that's technically a seat. And to make it work a little bit better, we can see, slight, I don't know if that's a mold issue or if that's just me forcing things a little too much. We'll clip that back together like so. Now the legs can do their thing, forming the rest of the so-called gas cap. Better rotate the front of the vehicle first. I'm not sure if that pops out or not. No, it does not. So that oh, there, the wheel pops out. Okay, so that's a retool there. So that's going to go over there. Legs are going to go forward, over her head, bend back down. These pieces are going to come together. A little tricky to peg them in. Like so. And they're going to go up like this. Her head's going to look downward there. We could put a ponytail back in. Actually, we are going to put her ponytail back in just so I don't lose it. There we go. And then the front of the bike comes up, down. These flip downward, backward here. And we got some pegs here that are going to have to go in there. And sometimes this takes a little maneuvering. And the pegs in there. There we go. Then we can store her gun right here as another exhaust pipe. That still hasn't pegged in correctly. That's what I mean about a little bit of maneuvering. There's not a whole lot of ports that she needs to plug into, but these bottom two are essential to holding that front of the bike together. But there she is in bike mode. That's simple. Now, Dion has also been reused about 5 times. So we'll see how this mold holds up. I'm sure the arms are going to fall off. I'm just going to ignore that. We're going to take off this part of the backpack. That makes him look like Dion, separates him from Cub, separates him from Pax. And the other arm fell off too. We are going to start by dropping the backpack, lifting these arms up, popping out the wheels, and his head will pop up. Now, these here should peg into the side. This cheaper feeling plastic, but it doesn't hold very well. The shoulders are a little tricky here. We're going to undo them and spin them like so. They're on a rotation part there. And the head will go backward just slightly. This part will come up and go over top of his head, forming the rest of the cab. As you do so, you're going to push the cab downward. And that's going to plug right into there. Now we're going to pop his arms facing backward. And that's having trouble staying there. Now, even though it is a retool, it still has some tolerance issues. So there we're going to have the arms facing back that way. Now, we can reattach the arms in their proper position. Should be upside down, slightly angled upward. But we'll find out whether or not that holds. It probably won't. They fell right off, so we're just going to remove them for now. Our next step here, we're going to untab his knees. Bend these slightly at a, I guess it's technically a 45-degree angle. And we're going to pop them back in. So it'll be like that. We'll flip his feet back in. And this part here, we're going to rotate out, and that popped out. Right there is mold degradation, I believe, or maybe I just got to reject. But we'll rotate the others. We'll pop that up a little bit. That's on a hinge. Oh. And we can pop that back down like so. So you push the cab down. Now here at this point, you'd see the legs, the arms, will be going underneath. So let's try to do this with attaching them like so. Do I have the right side? All right. So now we'll bring these together. Push that together like so. We pop these down. And there's tabs right underneath the shoulders for that. Same on this side, tab right there into the shoulder. Pull that pit down, and that's going to pop in right there underneath the other part of the shoulder. The arm is obviously falling off again. So we're going to try to peg this arm. Oh, I know he explodes, but he's died a lot. So the arm has to peg into that there. And that should hold some more of this together. So the hand is going to hold that peg. And that should, the arms holding there, the arms pegged into there should hold that piece in. And that piece should hold the arms together. It's a mutual, oh, that's our issue. That popped out again. And that popped out. All right, let's try to push it together one more time. Can we peg them in? You don't need to. We'll just leave it like so. And then that should pop right into there. Now to finish this transformation, we'll pop that back on there. There's pegs here and right there. So we put this in there, we're gonna peg that into that hole. So that means his backpack on the canopy is gonna hold these back leg portions in place. Otherwise, they might just fall off. And there he is, just a little bit of shoring up. And there is Cup. Not Cup, I'm sorry, there is Dion. There is Dion in vehicle mold. And of course, we can attach his Energon goodies or walkie-talkie to the side. Or we'll just put his gun on this side, actually. And we'll put the Energon goodies on the other side. And there he is. So yeah, there is some mold degradation. A little bit, polish, floor polish will fix some of that. Or you could just glue it. You know, you don't need him to explode, but in canon, he does. He does die. It's great they reuse this mold every time for someone blows up, so or gets ripped apart. So that's cool. There is Dion, and there is Erial. Alright, thank you very much for watching. If you are still watching at this point, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you aren't a subscriber already. Let me know in the comments below if you feel we should be not we, but Hasbro should be retiring these molds, or if you think there might be some other uses for them. But as always, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.